The fight over Tennessee's near total abortion ban is not over. In fact, today, a 3-judge panel heard arguments concerning whether a legal challenge to the ban should be thrown out. Now, the judges also heard arguments about whether part of the ban should be blocked. News 2's Adam Mincer watched today's oral arguments. And Adam, first remind us, what is this lawsuit all about? Take us back to the beginning there.
Mark, the people suing the state over its abortion law claim they were denied an abortion despite life-threatening complications. Defending the law is the Attorney General's office. They argue the law balances protecting the life of the mother and the unborn child.
We are here today because Tennessee's criminal abortion ban is endangering the lives of pregnant women across the state.
Under current state law, it's a felony for a doctor to perform an abortion in Tennessee with limited exceptions. Those are in cases of ectopic and molar pregnancies. It also allows for physicians to use their, quote, reasonable medical judgment to decide whether the procedure will save the patient's life or prevent major injury. Those suing the state say that language is too vague, and doctors are afraid of being imprisoned for their judgment.
This case is all about the chilling effect of the medical necessity exception on the conduct of physicians in the state of Tennessee.
However, the Attorney General's office pushed back on that, saying the law gives doctors leeway.
A few doctors saying, as a matter of fact, that they are unclear about what serious risk might entail in an edge case does not show vagueness as a matter of law.
Instead, while the women suing situations were, quote, tremendously unfortunate, they haven't given a legal reason to block part of the state's abortion law.
Those types of policy questions are best left for decisions up the street at Cordell Hall in the Capitol building.
But the all-female panel of judges did question at what point the law says the risk to the mother is high enough that a doctor can intervene.
How does the physician who's actually practicing know where that line is?
Serious risk is not a foreign concept to doctors.
The state also argued some of the patients aren't being affected by the law, and the court shouldn't weigh in on hypotheticals. The Center for Reproductive Rights attorney said their clients were impacted because they were denied care. The judges said they will issue a decision in writing, but didn't give a specific date. Mark?